Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, but it's not just Alex from Nintendo Life here. I'm joined by two delightful, not even guests. Just say hello, Xeon and John. You know it's them.
Hello.
Hi. Xeon, you sound bodacious today.
Bodacious?
Bodacious.
Excuse me, listen to yourself. Maybe it's because of all that sleep I got last night, waking up early for this Nintendo Fighter reveal.
Oh god, yeah, because that's what we're going to be discussing today, if you hadn't seen from the title, which presumably is accurate. Yes, we at the moment, at the time of recording, it is, 10 minutes until the reveal? So we have zero idea right now, so we're just going to have a little brief chat about who we think it is, or who we hope it is. I'm just going to jump straight in and say, I hope it's Waluigi, genuinely.
Do you want it because you want it to get out of the way, or do you want him because you genuinely feel that he deserves the spot?
I want him because I genuinely feel he deserves the spot. I think it's reached the point where it's beyond parody now, and I think there's loads of scope for a great character there. And yeah, I just really hope it is him. I mean, it would be weird. It would be kind of fun to have it as the last character revealed, but you know, let's get him out. Let's get him out there. What about you, John?
Well, I feel like there's no reason it couldn't be Waluigi, because Smash is super flexible. Like, in the Sonic stage, Knuckles is an assist trophy, but he appears in Green Hill. But because of that, the assist trophy is disabled on that stage. So just because Waluigi's an assist trophy doesn't mean he couldn't be in. But I don't know, he's not my pick. My heart says either Lip from Panel de Pon,
You would
or
bloody say
Al
that,
from
wouldn't you?
Puyo Puyo. But my brain says it's probably a Pokemon.
That's a good point, actually. I hadn't considered a Pokemon. Which one would you go for, then, if you reckon it's a Pokemon?
That's tough. I mean, it's got to be a Gen 8 Pokemon. There hasn't been a Smash game, or even a DLC cycle that hasn't had some kind of Pokemon. Like, even Smash 4 had Mewtwo in DLC. So, I'd say maybe... it could be the tricks... what's it called? Toxtricity?
That'd be fun.
Sure.
Yeah. And he has two different forms as well, which could make like a really varied moveset.
That's
But
true.
yeah, looking at the entire Gen 8 lineup, none of them really jump out to me as Smash contenders.
And
No,
that
I mean...
Pokemon would make a lot of sense, though. I agree, just because like every Smash fighter that seems to be released with the Fighters Pass, like always has something unique about them, right?
Usually, but... You know, the thing is, there are no rules with Smash. We could say anything and it's a possibility, within reason. What about you, Xeon? Who do you think is the likely contender?
So I had a wonderful yet terrible idea yesterday. Of course, like I would love to see like Dixie Kong, Skull Kid, Isaac from Golden Sun, someone like that. But what if, you know, because it's interesting that Nintendo is revealing this character on the same day that Super Mario 35 is coming out. So what if it's some character that, maybe not Mario, but what if it's some character that is just from the Mario universe to help
Waluigi.
celebrate the 35th? It could be. Because I don't know who else it would be. I don't think they would put someone like Birdo in, but maybe what if they did like an 8-bit Mario that has tons of special, you know, unique attacks that only something like an 8-bit style character could do.
Okay, right. Well, before we go into it, John, one more random pick with no explanation.
There is an explanation, but Dixie Kong, it's gotta be Dixie Kong. I need Grassland Groove as a stage.
I said no explanation, Xeon!
Rocket Robot on Wheels. He's not a Nintendo IP, but I love the boy.
You've been watching my Twitter. I'm gonna say Yellow Pikmin.
Oh, I thought you were gonna pick your cats.
That would be good, but I don't think Sakurai's met them. But anyway, so those are our very rushed predictions, very light predictions as well. We will be back once we have seen the reveal. Oh my God! You're joking! Are you kidding? What? Okay, well, we literally have just finished watching the reveal.
I'm
Who
speechless.
wants to kick it off? Who wants to start things? Who wants to start proceedings?
My heart's pumping. Is that okay? I don't know how to process this. I mean, this is one of the biggest characters in the entire industry. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely. And I think from a purely objective point of view, you know, sort of Smash is a celebration of gaming. Minecraft as a game, as well as many other things. It's like a learning tool and everything now. I think the inclusion is justified, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't not that excited.
Same. I feel like us three, at least, I mean, I shouldn't really speak for all of us, but for me, like, I enjoy Minecraft. I've played it before, but it's never, like, the characters never really did it for me. So for me, this isn't really, it's a nice surprise, like, and I'm excited for lots of other people, but yeah, it just doesn't really do it for me. I was excited for another reason, but that's a slightly different story.
I imagine there's going to be so many people who are thrilled to bits over this, and that's great. I'm really happy for those people, and it's one of those awkward situations where, from an objective point of view, it is a good inclusion. It looks like they've done a ludicrous amount of work, because Sakurai said that they had to rework all existing stages so that blocks could be placed on them. So this was an insane amount of work. Thankfully, they saved money on animation and voice work, but it's
right.
It's
can't blow the budget.
Yeah, I mean, Minecraft has been around for how long now? It's over a decade old, isn't it?
I mean, some people grew up with this game. I know. I have my brother-in-laws. This was like their childhood game, which is kind of crazy to think of. And to be fair, like, moveset-wise, no character is going to be quite like them. They're about building. They're going to be very, very diverse and different to anyone else on the roster. And I am looking forward to that. We'll see if they're fun to fight, though. That's another question.
Yeah, I don't know. I am so torn, because from an objective point of view, it's a really interesting, different character to throw in. But at the same time, just the characters of Minecraft. Like, as Xeon said himself, I also have played Minecraft, and I've really enjoyed it. Sort of when I was at university, not exactly childhood, but, when I was at university, I played it quite a bit with some of my housemates, and I had a really good time with it, but the characters don't have that sort of appeal to me. They're facades to me.
Well, it's interesting too how much the characters, or even just the game, affects other people. Like I took my nephew, or my girlfriend's nephew, to a game store, and they had literally everything you could possibly think of, except they didn't have much Minecraft stuff. And when we first walked in, I was hoping that he'd be excited to see all the retro games, or even just the new Switch stuff. And he asked me, "Do they have any Minecraft stuff here?" And it felt like such a slap in the face, but that's just what he's into. I was probably the same way with Pokemon, which I imagine you guys were as well. Maybe not Pokemon necessarily, but
no.
But,
Pokemon,
we all have our
yeah.
things. And
I played it to death, and I was that typical person who collected Pokemon cards and played around with them in the playground. But it's I think this is an inclusion for a different generation, and so I don't think we're necessarily, and I don't want to poo-poo our objectivity where it's needed, but I don't think we're necessarily qualified in a very broad sense.
At least we can be extremely happy for all the Minecraft fans out there, because I mean,
absolutely,
over and over, we're always seeing people request Steve for Minecraft, and I honestly, like, I could see it happening more. I feel like it had a better chance happening than Doom Guy ever did, and maybe we'll still get him. But here we are, Minecraft Steve.
But to be on the positive side too, Minecraft is massive in Japan as well. This is a global pick. People across the entire world are going to enjoy this. And it's also an Xbox character. This is the second Xbox DLC character, which kinda gives a little bit more push to the possibility of Master Chief maybe joining down the line.
Or the idea of Banjo-Kazooie being re-released on the Nintendo Switch, which is what everyone wants.
Oh my goodness.
There's nothing else I want more in this life. Do I want, sort of financial security? Do I want a bigger home, more land? Do I want my health? No, I want Banjo-Kazooie on Switch.
I mean, we did just get the new Ori, so I mean, it could happen.
It's possible. On the actual gameplay sense of Steve, I think there's a lot of potential here. I'm not much of a Minecraft fan, but I also wasn't much of a Fire Emblem fan. I still really enjoyed Byleth, despite a little bit of flack around her, or him, whatever you want to choose. But Steve just looks like a really fun character to play, and they're just continuing that sense of just delivering something that makes this unique. So who knows, maybe this will be a really fun character, even if you don't really associate yourself with playing Minecraft.
Yeah, I think that there's definitely scope to have I mean, we've seen you can just seem to like build things in the stages, and I just if they can get this and they can still make Smash relatively balanced, I think we may have, just from a technical point of view, one of the most impressive fighting games just flat out ever. I think we're already at that point, but this would only take it another step higher.
Who's even next as an icon? I mean, we have the biggest. I mean, when you think like the pure gaming icons, though, when you think of games that just sort of celebrate entire generations, Minecraft is no doubt one of them. What's even missing?
I guess we're still missing, like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. I feel like they're pretty important
that's a fair
characters
point.
in just the whole. But I wonder if there's anything that Sony would let jump over. That would even really that would fit in. That would be worth it.
I find it interesting how they still haven't included Waluigi.
Really, he's just pushing it here.
I just really want Waluigi to come in, and I know for many people it's an opportunity for memes, but I genuinely think, even just purely from a meta point of view, there are so many people who've been talking about Waluigi and wanting Waluigi included. I don't think it's unfair to say that I think he does deserve it. Minecraft Steve, it's weird to say that, isn't it? Minecraft Steve.
Minecraft
because
Alex,
I think it just
remember?
goes by. Yeah, Minecraft Alex as well, the lesser Alex of this discussion.
If Waluigi made it into Smash, I would be happy for you. But I think I had a better reaction watching Minecraft. I think this is more important to Smash than Waluigi would be.
Those are very bold words, and
I'm standing by them.
I'm going to be having to have some words with your superiors about that.
I almost don't want to say this because it's not really, but it's also kind of our first playable indie character. And not that I want to call anything owned by Xbox an indie, but it started off as an indie game. So that's really cool to finally see something that was built from the ground up without a big corporation actually make it into Smash. Even though this is probably one of the biggest franchises of all time now.
That's true. That's a nice way to round it off. I think it's a sort of indie character, originally an indie character. Let's go with that. But anyway, I think that about sums it up. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you completely obliterate all expectations by clicking that subscribe button, and be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.